Are you a Man U fan or is it Liverpool? And when you sit down to catch your favorite team's action on the football pitch, have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes? Well, Betty Charlo will tell you just how it becomes possible to bring you that lively football match on your screens. That's our subject tonight on How Things Work.
You know, and the ability that he has to open opposing sides up, man.
Jesse Jackson Were.
There's a left foot in swinger.
Football. A game that attracts millions. Like a drug, many are hooked on it.
Creator.
The passion, the players, the coach, the fans. There's never a dull moment, well, unless things go south. 90 minutes of high adrenaline, most of the times a high-octane affair.
It's a moment to remember!
It is the most popular sport with the most global television audience. So popular is the sport that it's played by close to 250 million players around the world. Tonight on How Things Work.
In 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll frame. That's a teaser.
We take you behind the scenes and reveal another team that makes it possible for you to view your favorite matches and football teams from wherever and whenever. This is How Things Work. Sunday, the 15th of September. A game between perennial football rivals Gor Mahia and Tusker FC is in the offing. Kick-off time, 3 p.m. This is the first time that the match is aired in high definition, which means it is a big deal.
Let's go.
We couldn't have shot How Things Work at any better time. It's 9 a.m., 6 hours before the match begins. The crew is on site, bundles of cables here and there. On the pitch, the stadium staff fix the essentials. Goalposts, pitch advertising boards, and so on. Everything has to be in place. On the pitch, another important team is setting up. Camera operators take position and set up their cameras. A process that could take up to 3 hours.
On a game like this one, Gor Mahia versus Tusker, we are doing 12 camera shoot. Basically, we're both shooting the same thing, but in different ways. The guys who are shooting it on a wide, the guys are shooting it on a closer. The guys waiting for the crowd reactions and stuff like this. So each camera has to tell a story on its own part.
The camera operators are usually positioned at different parts of the pitch, with each camera focusing on a specific role and specific shots, like the offsides, the goalposts, the ball, the active player, the fans, and so forth. When the cameras are set, the camera control unit tests the cameras to ensure that their color temperatures are uniform. After all is set, the director, who sometimes doubles up as a producer, arrives 3 hours to kick off to do what they call a facility check.
One thing we check is the cameramen, are they getting the cue light? And that's where you see the point, you see the tally light goes on. So that's a cue light. The cue light goes, because it's very important they have the cue light, because for them to know they're live, the cue light, the tally light has to come on. So if it's not coming on, the cameraman is confused, is he or she live? The second thing we check is obstacles. So we look for barriers, anything in front of the camera. So we remove them. So also we make sure that the sponsor branding is not in front of the camera, that everything is in same sync, so that when the camera pans, it doesn't hit an obstacle, everything is clean.
After the facility check, it's just about 2 hours to the match. The whole crew meets for a brief where different aspects of the game are discussed.
Tell you what, as we go, what you need to put together.
By now, the fans begin entering the stadium. That's when things get even more exciting. With about 1 hour to the show, the whole crew takes position. Camera operators, the director, presenter, commentators, graphic designers, producers, just to name a few, go through a rehearsal.
What happens is I got like 9 cameras to cut to, but my sequence is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is my camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. Camera 1 is what the viewer sees. He sees a wide shot. Camera 2 is head to toe. A bit tighter, but head to toe. Camera 3 it's a reaction camera. So camera 3 gives me most of the reaction, pains, players screaming, keepers reacting, coaches shouting at the players. So there's that sequence we've realized to learn.
I'm the one who gives you the goal, who logs the goal when it happens. I'm the one who keeps the clock. Every time there's a goal scored, I give you that stat. Every time there's a yellow card that is given, or whatever stat or whatever detail that is there, I'm the one who brings it into wordings.
Just like a studio gallery, the minutes before the live game begins is full of pressure to perform, but especially to have a smooth start to the game without any glitches. On the pitch, the players go through a warm-up session. With a few minutes to kick off, the game begins.
3, 2, 1, and cue Caro. Graphic in. Clear the graphic in 5 seconds. Clear. And graphic in for weather.
And for the next 90 minutes, the whole crew works together to ensure no moment goes unnoticed. With the match underway, the commentators and analysts view the game from a vantage point, which makes it easier for them to keep abreast with what's happening in the field.
It's going to be a free kick, but a little pressure on that side.
It's all part of the game.
Tagalog guys know how we clothe them. Our clothes are shouting.
And that is what goes on behind the scenes to bring you the live games. Betty Kialo, How Things Work.